Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast with your girl Snacks in the motherfucking building with your boy
D homie Rich. What's good? What's good?
And you already know who always graces us with their presence. Tell them who you are, because they already know.
I'm like the best co-star, guest star. Teesie in the motherfucking
In that motherfucking building. We are the
yeah.
hosts with the most messy shit, so we
With
don't
the
give a fuck.
mostest.
The mostest. All right, y'all. We have kind of like a serious topic that came up this weekend. You know, us girls chatting up. If y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all see the episode right before this when we put the girls in the hot seat.
Yeah.
When they had substituted for your boy D homie Rich. So they was in the hot seat, which was amazing. So make sure y'all check that out. So they talk up this topic. Have you ever been in love? Or is it lust? Or is it light? You know? So when it comes down to the gay community, a lot of people say, lesbian fall in love quickly. But is it really fall in love?
Or lust.
Or is it lust? You know? And then we're going to see if D homie Rich ever fall in love too. But you already know we got to have TC kick it off. Have you ever been in love?
You always got to kick it off. What you mean?
What you mean? You got to kick it off. We miss your presence. You feel me?
Have I ever been in love?
Have you ever been in love, or was it lust?
I mean, I've loved lots of things. I've loved a nice meal. I've loved, Whitney Houston when she was alive. I love good music.
Now you know what
I
we're
love
talking
the
about.
weed. I be in love with the weed. I see myself one night.
Nothing wrong with some good weed.
It looked at me, and we caught eyes, and from that day forward.
It was your
So what I'm
missus.
saying is I be in love. You know what I'm saying? So what do you mean by have I been
So
in love?
if we was to go deeper, have you been in love or lust when it come down to a relationship? A significant other, a spousey spouse, a situationship, whatever the fact we want to call it these days.
Are we doing like truth or drink? Like, can I drink?
Wait,
Can I hit the blunt?
Ain't no liquor, so you
Nah.
got to answer it.
I'll answer it. Okay, check
That
this.
would be a little.
Have I ever been in love? That was asked. The question was asked a few days ago, and it was a good fucking question.
It really was.
Because I've never even thought about that, right?
Nope, and we was
Because
tipsy.
what is love, right? Because as a kid, you have an idea of what you think is love when you get your first kiss or your first girl that says she like you or something like that, the butterflies you get and stuff, But as you grow older, what is love? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it the butterflies? Is it the connection? Is it, you know what I'm saying? So have I ever been in love? I'll say, I thought I was.
Yep.
But as I get older, I think I'm learning more what love is, and what the requirements are and what, what you're supposed to receive as well. So I'll say I was in love with a few people, in my head, what I thought was love, whatever I was able to give in love. But being deeply in love with someone, I don't think so. Because if I was, well, maybe I have been, though. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. You know what I mean? I'll say no. Because I'm going to say, as I grow older and stuff and get to know what love is more and more, than the idea in my head of what love is, no, I've never been in love. If that's what love is, you know what I'm saying?
So when it comes down to love, like you touch based on love different ways, as you grow up as a kid, you see the love when it comes down to your family, or you see the love when it comes down to parents and everything else. Right. Now, me and you, we had lost our mom, right. So when it comes down to a situation like that, it's like when you lose someone like that kind of like, okay, but what it really is love, because you have that love for your mom and everything else, and you ain't nobody gonna sit up there and take that place and nothing like that, But that's a whole different type of love too. But are you able to open up to allow somebody to start loving you that could get possibly close to something like that, or even a familiar love and everything else? I thought I was in love, but I think it was love. And the crazy thing is, like you mentioned it, we didn't really think of it until it was asked. Yeah. Because
you don't know.
You don't know.
You think you're going with the motions, you know what I mean? But like you said, and I'm glad you touched on that, I had a big loss, so before my mom died, yes, I thought I felt love. I thought I knew what love was, After, it's kind of more like, no, because to me, she was love, get me? And that's agape love. That's a unforgiving. That's a unconditional, will never leave. It's agape love. You know what I mean? And that's from your parents, because they're the only ones who can give you that other than God, right? Because everybody else is not going to love you unconditional. You can't say you're in love with a person, agape love, because it's not unconditional.
Yeah.
Because if she piss you off and sleep with your brother and y'all not together no more, you lose love, right?
You lose love. You lose
But
something.
if it's love, you don't fall out of it, right?
Yeah.
So,
You take her back.
yeah, like.
Yeah, I think it's like a different type. Because when I thought of it, like I think when I lost my mom, it forced me to start loving myself.
Yeah.
Because then, like,
Learning
at
to love yourself,
learning to
right?
love
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah.
and I think that was the biggest step. Because during that time in that process of me learning to love myself, is when I was energizing, entertaining motherfuckers I knew I shouldn't have, and saying those words, knowing that.
You don't really mean it.
It was toxic. Ain't no way that I was in love with that person. Versus being able to take the time to love myself, get myself together, but being able to open up, being able to try to find out, okay, can I fall in love? Or being open to it. Like right now, I think it's been good to open to it because I don't think I've never been able to see the love I am now if I didn't have to learn how to learn myself again.
And
that was a process. Boy, that was a fucking process.
But you had to learn what love was.
Had to learn what it was.
To accept it too,
What you
because
didn't like, what you
sometimes
like.
we don't know how to accept love. Okay, D. Rich, I'm gonna give it to you like this, because you're a whole man here, and that's totally
different.
You know what I mean? Do you feel like you've ever been in love?
I felt like I have, but it's like y'all both been saying, like knowing now, growing what you're willing to tolerate, what you're willing to accept, this and that, certain situations, Yeah, I felt like I've been in love, but now nah.
Do you think it's
It
harder
was more
knowing?
just like less of like some beneficial type. Yeah, it was less. It was mostly less.
Do you feel like it's probably harder knowing that you are knowing what love is and seeing as we get older? Do you think it's harder to start to try to find a love because now you start realizing, okay, what you like, what you don't like, the expectation of what love truly is to you, your definition of love and everything else. Do you feel like it's a little bit harder than back in the time?
I think for me, I just never ever tried to find it. Yeah, so I just always what she was talking about, accepting it, learn how to accept it. Because it can come in all type of ways and forms and stuff, whatever, especially ways that you're not used to, comfortable to.
Yeah. I think now I'm more in a place where I'm willing to accept love, in that way, and it's not to say, but that's easier said than done because it's a learned behavior. Like if you don't know how to accept it, when it comes, you probably will treat it bad or not appreciate it. Because I feel like people have loved on me. I've loved people, but in love with them, half the stuff, we go through, we probably wouldn't have went through if I was in love with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, it's a growth process. As you grow, you learn what love is, maybe, And now that I'm older, I feel like I'm more acceptable to it. You feel me? Like now I'm like, okay, this is what love is, or we build love. Maybe it's love is something you build on forever, right?
I'm telling you. Because now you start seeing the difference too, what the younger you thought what love was. You feel me? And then you went through the toxicity, right? Whether if you energized or entertained it, and then you get somebody who actually do love you with that hard nut. You actually get somebody who actually do love you, and then it's hard not to be on the the edge, is it love? It's not love, but it's still that building. You got to be able to accept it. Fuck what you you went through a lot in the past, but what you went through in the past is getting you built for the future, the present.
My last relationship, sorry.
Situation. Y'all heard it.
My last relationship, it was kind of like that. Like it was I felt like this is, but then again, I was like, nah, someone would tell me this ain't really love. I'll just.
What was it? Were you just going with the motions? What made you feel like it was love? Was it?
And what woke you up to show it
she
wasn't?
cooked for you every night.
Doing too much house shit.
Too much cuddled up, booed up shit. But what about it let you know it wasn't though? Was it that you guys weren't compatible, or you were just settling, or?
Just I don't know, just my arguments came around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Always trying to be rational about things, you know. Being like, okay, I can understand your point.
Yeah.
But it was like always.
Yeah. But it takes two to tango.
It
You know what I'm
takes two.
saying?
Yeah, I was like that too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
I don't want to hear you. You don't want to hear. Yeah.
but it's
I
just
know
too much of that.
Yeah.
I think
When
when
we
mine
ended up
became
finding out we weren't
physical.
compatible. Yeah, that's how it really was.
But how long were you guys together?
3 years.
Oh damn. Yeah, I feel you though. Look,
Yeah, that
I'm
right
not
there.
gonna
You
lie.
went through a honeymoon phase. You went through the
I mean, all that.
what is it? The terrible twos for the 2 years.
That's how you're not compatible, and that's the worst when you with somebody who you know you're not supposed to be with,
And you
Yeah.
still energize
and
it,
you still with them, and
and it's
like,
dangerous.
yeah, because you know loyalty is a thing too, and then comfortability. You know, after 3 years, you're comfortable. Like you don't want to ruin your shit. But at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta be mature enough to say, "Damn,
And that's-
I'm not right for this person, and this person's not right for me." It's somebody out there for that person. You know, somebody out there for me, to where we could feel right for each other. So why bullshit? Like, should I just?
I have fun
To the left?
entertaining it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
The toxicity, because
fucking
I was first off, it's because I was scared to grieve. Like
'Cause
you
you
know,
love
and you
toxic
seen
shit.
it too. You was like, and you always tell me too, like, no, it doesn't make sense. But you know, I support you.
Right.
I think when I had enough of it is when it became physical.
Yeah.
You know, because if you know me, you know I don't believe in shit like that. Like if I feel like I have to put hands on you or wake up put hands on you, we should
That
not
ain't
be
love.
together at all. So I think I truly had enough of like, okay, I'm done energizing, entertaining, toxic. Is when it became physical because at that point it's just like, it was just a quick hem up, and then it was like, nah, get out my car. Think about what you're doing.
I
Walk
feel
home.
you too, cause I feel like if somebody draw you to that point, you know what
Uh-huh.
I mean? It's like you get me mad enough to make me want to hit you. That doesn't make me want to like you. And
That
love
part.
You. It's like I want to be.
Because now you know my triggers.
Yeah.
Now,
and it's
now
like,
you playing with my buttons now, like.
and I'm a girl, so I'm
Right,
like,
like we
fuck you.
sensitive
Like, I
just
wanna
because
talk to
we
you.
dress so comfortable.
Give me
motherfuckers
3
want
days,
things we
I ain't
can't cry or some shit. Like you hurt my fucking feelings.
He hurt my
Shit, like you know. But like so, Demaris, you know, we in our 30s. When it comes down,
Why you said it like that? Why you said it like that?
stressed out.
are you now more open, knowing as far as like still learning, still building everything? Do you feel like you're more open now to find love, to find somebody? Because now it's like taking steps. Like now it's just like being okay, being in the committed, like you know. And I know you for some time, so it's like being able to look past the ones who did you wrong and the ones you have fun with the toxic shit to actually like, okay, like you know, I got me my one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait.
I have a
Oh,
better
I wanna be there.
question. Do you feel like, and this is to both of you, do you feel like you could be in love with multiple people at once?
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Are you gonna go first? Oh, you go, ladies first.
All right, Church.
I think I felt like I was during the situationship and my ex during that time.
Okay.
Because of how toxic that relationship was, I was okay with going home and having fun. But again, that was a friend, right? That was somebody before that ex.
Right.
You know, that was somebody a little bit after the ex that I broke off with when I broke things off with that person, right?
Right. So, but you
So
was
I
in
felt
love with both of them?
I felt like it was love, okay? I felt like it was love because I
It was
did.
lust, China.
It was lust.
I was
You know,
smashing the moles.
It was lust because the feeling I have right now in the present time with, you know, being in love, it's totally different.
Are
know?
you in love, China?
I can say
think
that
she
it's.
said that.
OMG. Did we discuss that, DeVars?
It's like it's something
She's up-
different.
I
Like
mean,
you would
D-Rich.
never have somebody who would like replace your mom love, you know? But it's something different. Like it's
Yeah.
always the small things, you know? And if you know me, you know what I have in my background. And it's the acceptance of that, but the support of that behind it and everything else. The good, the
Understand it
bad,
more
the
than
ugly.
anything, yeah.
And knowing that even if I have my moments because of grief,
Give me that.
it used to be held over my head in the past, but now it's just like, no, I'm here to support you. You may push me away all you want to, but I'm here. But it's something that, you know, I had to face myself. Like, okay, I got to get this shit together. That's working on yourself and everything else. So I felt like I was loving two at once during that time, but then as you grow up and you know what love really is, I lust on two at once. Yes, I did.
Good answer. Have you, D. Rich? Do you feel like You could be in love with two women at the same time. At the same damn time. Yeah.
I hope you prepare because it's coming to you right after.
Hey, West Side.
I've done it before.
Okay.
I done it before. I do it again.
Oh,
That's what he
please.
said.
Just a little.
So do you then
little.
you agree with it? Like do you think you can be in love with? I mean, being that you've been through it, you know?
Not now.
No, because did you like one more than the other, or no? I'm equal opportunity. They was all my hoes. I loved it them. I loved it them.
Was it like a one and one? Mine was one and two
What?
different
Wait.
states. Two different states,
At
right?
the same damn time.
Mine was in two different states during that time of lust.
Okay.
No, they was all in the same city.
He said
Ooh,
they was
that's
in
bold.
the same house, same room, bump beds, nigga. Get your shit right.
Nah, it was cool, but now I can't do it. Nah, it's just too much time.
They knew about each other.
One did.
Pippin says
Hey,
Pippin.
look, that one that know about it and cool with it, low key be the one.
Did. Nah, she was like, I don't mind being your side chick. I had to stop her right there. I was like, hey.
It's good. How long did that last?
Oh,
It's good till it ain't no more, right?
it lasted for a good minute. It was cool.
Man,
It was cool. No issues, no nothing.
What you learn?
doggy style.
What's hard?
He said, I learned to put one on my face, one on my
I
lap.
learned how to have very good time management skills. That's what I
He
learned.
said, I learned how to entertain.
It was like I had a full
Stamina. He got two of them.
I had a full-time job on top of full-time lust.
Right.
Back to did you
That's a whole
sleep?
different type.
Look, did you sleep?
Ain't no sleep for players. Y'all
Ain't
hear
no-
that? Ain't no sleep for players.
It's okay because
Ain't no sleep for players. Real ones don't sleep. Gang, gang.
time management that he's
Time management, y'all.
that he's
hear that?
able to utilize right now for work and everything else.
I was able to get some sleep though. I said it was
Well
cool.
rested.
I ain't have no issues like that.
Well rested.
Well rested.
You know what? That is what's up. Because you know, it's only one in a million. You know what? Before I say one in a million, TC, you know, have you ever been in love with two people at once?
1 in a million, Leah. Leah.
R.I.P. to Aaliyah. Oh.
I choose to drink. Your Honor, officer.
Officer of the
I choose
court.
not to answer that question.
You plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. No, real shit. At one point, I thought I was in love with two people, you know, for a really long time, right? But I don't think I was. Like he said, I think it was more like having my cake and eating it too. I was in love with the idea of being in control
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
having it when, you know, having two people, you know, like who love me, you right?
Yeah, if we can always have three people
know?
living there in the same
Man,
home,
if I could have
nigga,
got them all at once. Wait. But no. They want to cooperate. No, I'm playing. But the thing is like, it only lasts so long till it's not fun no more because, you know, in his situation, they knew about each other. In my situation, one knew about the other, you know what I'm saying, but the other didn't know, and it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, there's people feelings you playing with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So would I do it again? I would try not to. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, but I was going through some shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's the process
you know,
of learning.
it was more like for me, it was just a numb type thing. You know, like
Yeah.
it was just something to do to get my mind off of what my reality was at the time. You feel me? So it was anybody to occupy and entertain me, and I got ADHD, so it had to be multiples. You know what I'm saying? Like facts. I ain't even trying to be mean. I just squirrel. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like. So, so yes, I have, but I did feel like I loved them both. And in my head, at one point, I was trying to figure out how to get them both together on some shit.
How this is, you know, so hey, this is so.
Be like, hey,
Straight
this is-
Crips and Bloods, boy. Like it would not, it never went down.
It would never.
You know what I mean? But, you know, shout out to them women. Love you to death. Sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you feel during that time, like you said, it was probably holding something? Do you feel like during that time you just didn't? It was easy to.
I didn't feel love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, after you have a big traumatic thing happen, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Yeah, people giving it to you, you know what I'm saying? And you know what you're supposed to do when people give you love. You know, you're supposed to be nice. You're supposed to accept it. You're supposed to give it back. But if you don't know how to give it back because, like, you know, you've been shook for a minute, you know what I mean? So it was like, I thought I was loving on them and giving them what they needed, you know what I mean? But in all reality, no, I was just hurting them more, you know what I'm saying? Because they wanted me, you feel me? And I was not available, get me? There was no me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, do I feel like I loved them both? Yes. Yes. Did I love one more than the other, depending on the day of the week?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What'd you cook? Straight up, like.
Did you make me mad today?
Right. That's really how it would go, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't always like that, you know what I'm saying? It didn't start out to be like that. It just kind of grew to be like that, you feel me? And yeah, so... It happens, ladies and gentlemen. You could be in love with two, or you could think you in love.
There we
I
go.
think it was
There we
probably
go.
lust too, because like he said, I needed rest. You know what I'm saying? I was motherfucking tired.
The lust
I didn't want to do it no
fun,
more.
too, and so much easier until you realize, like, oh
I
hell
don't
no.
want to do this no more. Like,
Younger me, yeah, probably was like, oh.
yeah, when I was
It's
young.
the younger one that
Man,
be on
shout
it.
out to ATL.
Boy,
dog.
look.
Because the younger me,
Didn't give no fucks.
man, like,
Yeah.
but now it's like more self-aware. You're like, nah, I don't want to do that to nobody. Because another thing is, we deal with females.
Yep.
And you are a female. Just think about the feelings. I'm so over here.
And then we
about
are Libras,
feelings.
so we feel the feelings times
And I'm an empath, you know what I mean? So it's
We
like,
feel it.
I don't want to feel that
at all.
I'm good. My punishment is, look, and it is a punishment, ladies. Y'all may think it wasn't. I get punished too, all right? Because they always be like, you just live your life like things. No, I go through it too. Shit, I got to deal with the fact of knowing that I hurt you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And trying to fix it, but can't because it's dangerous now. You know, like, do you fix it? Do you step back? Do
I want
you?
you to flip, do
How
some
do I
things.
heal you? You know
How
what I'm
they
saying?
gonna
Like,
respond to
right,
it. If you
so it's
don't
like-
try to fix it, then
Right.
they hit you like you didn't try to say
Right,
nothing.
right.
And it's just like when you do it, it's just like you played in my face, and it's not that. Like, well,
Right.
it's not never
Right.
intentional.
It's not intentional.
Not
But it hurt.
intentional. Yes.
Unintentional still hurt. You
And
know what
it
I'm
hurts the most,
Yeah.
if anything, because
Straight up.
then you trying to explain like it's really not. But I think now, like, so are you okay now to like, okay, now I can be open up to fall in love and see what it's really about and the journey about it and everything else?
I feel like I'm in love some days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm getting more used to, you know, me and more accepting to love.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel like I'm in love. And then some days I don't, you know, because I be pissed the fuck off, you know, so I'm a momentary person. You know I'm playing. No, I feel like now I'm more accepting to love because I love, you know,
Yeah.
like and I could feel it again. Like I remember, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting to that. So yeah.
Yeah, love is a cold motherfucker
Right.
right there. But when you have it and you actually have it, it's a good thing.
Love
but it is a process to get to that motherfucker. Let
So
me tell you that
many
now.
things I got.
Look,
I feel
y'all,
like I am,
Teesie is
though.
a singer.
You know, another thing is though, like next time if I had to do it again, it would be like 4 bitches instead of 2. Like, what was I thinking? Like, and it's gotta be a mansion, you know what I'm saying? Like, we
But
gotta
the-
live together.
okay,
One big bed,
The hardest part
Shaquille O'Neal bed.
is getting them
Circle one.
to introduce themselves and hope that one won't swing on the other.
Hey, you watch Baddies.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have a boxing ring in
Look,
the back.
let me tell you, and these bitches be like, we cool, and then as soon as one kiss you,
Whoa.
it's gonna boop boop. They
One
gonna
get
jump
more
her. Like
attention
it's
than-
gonna be one.
Oh, they
it's
gonna
like,
beat her.
You're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna try to introduce
Beat up my pussy.
4.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing. That was a joke. JK, yeah.
That's the
No.
way to go.
I'm telling you, when I'm not gonna lie. When you're a younger person, like you think of that. You think of like one just.
And I ain't gonna lie, I think of it all the
breakfast.
time. Not even just
These-
young, like just thinking of, like that's just something like.
Like Neo ass.
Man, look, you know, sometimes I
Neo
be
got-
thinking. My daddy thought like this, okay? I'm like, maybe it's hereditary because I be like, man, like think about having a compound and just like 6 women. Women take care of you. I'm getting older. Somebody gonna have to push the wheelchair. I'm gonna need the royal
Somebody
vagina to
gonna
be
have to
clean. the royal vagina has been cleaned. You know what I mean? I need some coming to
Somebody gonna
America
have to
type
cook for
shit.
you because you don't eat meat and stuff. They gonna
Come
have to
on
know your
now,
diet.
you pissed off?
Yep.
Wednesday, can you come up?
No,
Tuesday's tripping. Tuesday's tripping. Well, matter of fact, I choose the day of the week.
They actually had a movie like that where he named all his bitches. What movie was that? State Property 2, where he named all his bitches Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
You know what? Friday. Just
She was
step
like,
up
why
to
can I fuck on
Wednesday.
Tuesday? Why can I
She's
fuck you on
demoted.
Friday?
Yeah. Nah.
Because that belongs to another bitch, girl.
I think that if everybody in the party was aware of it, it would probably work, but I wouldn't want that. I don't care for all the feelings and the emotions and the where was you and the questioning and the going through my phone and the how come she get more than you? How come you ain't been home? And I'm over that shit. I'm so over that shit for a lifetime. Nigga. I don't
Like,
want
I
to
don't
hear
wanna-
none
I don't
of
wanna
it.
hear for one, let alone six.
I'm so committed and faithful. I'm not on that no
Yeah.
more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say temptations don't go.
Sometimes.
Wow.
But you know, I just don't want it. You know, I'm not on that. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be playing with nobody's feelings. We gonna be 100. We gonna do this, or we not doing nothing at all. And nothing at all is fine for me as well.
I'm telling you, as you get older, it's just like it's easy to now just chill. Like, shit's just like, I'm chilling. Like, you know, even on like weekends, like, we do something on Sundays. We used to do
Date
something
night and
every, like,
stuff.
when it come down to Thursday, Friday,
Couples date
Saturdays, Tuesdays, but now we're doing the date nights, which is fun, and then we do the Sundays brunch.
Sundays,
Like, we old as
ladies.
fun, like, you know, but it's like, you know, it's chill, like, it's
Mimosa
peaceful.
Sunday.
And the best part is, it's not no arguments,
No
it's not no
drama.
fight, no
Yeah,
drama.
no
Like, and
drama,
we
yeah.
we know how
That's
much
what's up.
drama could be out here, and
Yep.
it's not that.
No drama.
Like, we get to go have a drink and just chill,
Have a good
laugh,
day. Go home. You know
whoop they ass in dominoes. Cause I definitely whoop they ass in dominoes.
She be pencil
I
whipping the
whoop they
shit out of
ass.
you. Why she
I whoop they ass in dominoes.
She don't want to
boy.
see me and go fishing. That's all I'm trying
Or
to say.
I declare war.
Let's get some spades going on.
Oh, she don't want to play.
TC don't play spades.
I play spades very well. I
She-
don't play
no, she
spades
can
with
play.
my twin
she
brother.
Can play.
I
She
don't
won't.
believe in it.
She won't. and we come on TC, they play spades. She'll come in. Nope, LB plays. Like, I'm not doing it.
I was saying whoop him for fun. You hear that? Yeah.
And
You heard that?
cat.
You heard
Because
that?
then he
Don't
gonna get
wanna
mad
hear
and
his
start
mouth.
rethinking.
I get tired of hearing it. He gonna make me play till he beat me. So it's
gonna do it
like
on purpose, I
I'm like,
swear.
man, like, oh my goodness, all my family like that though. I promise. you.
Space is that. I'm telling you, space is
Look.
the thing to go.
Man,
We
my
need to
mama
get back
taught us
going.
how to play space. A funny story. My mom used to be so competitive. You know, one time I watched her playing Candyland with my 3-year-old cousin. And when I tell you it was like two grown people arguing, and I walk in the room like, Mom, like, let him win. Like, she's like, no, he ain't never gonna learn if I let him win.
Can't let him
And she
win.
was so serious. I'm like, you real proud you just whooped
I
this
do that shit
3-year-old in
basketball every
Candyland.
time.
In basketball, you do it.
Every time.
You just be dunking on them. Bow! Get your weight up, yo.
Because I learned that when I was a kid too. My grandfather used to tell me, don't come near the table if you don't even know the concept of the game. So I had to sneak and peek and learn the game until I was confident enough to sit with them so I could play. You feel me? Now when it come down to it, now we can be confident enough to play for money. Because my mom still hold money off the twin and Rob, who left pissed off because my mom took money. Real spades person, but you got to know how to play because as soon as you renege, as soon as you miscount your books, they on your ass. Like it's a whole different.
Man,
Boy,
you do not play
You would have thought you stole
at
somebody's
a spade
money or
table.
something.
You just don't play. People are real serious about their spade,
Especially
y'all.
If
for the
you
money.
sit down and you read, I'm getting up.
Okay, look. Before we get off of this, y'all, before this show is up, we got to talk about some world topics.
All right.
What is the current event that we could speak on? Okay, I have a few. I'm pretty sure y'all got some. They're talking about this $5,000 stimulus check
Oh, I believe it
that
when
your
it's in my check.
president want to get.
Yeah, your president.
How y'all feel about that? I mean, do you feel like, to me, I feel like it's kind of like a distraction trying to get us off the fact that what Mr. What's the name is, you
Yeah.
know, doing our taxes and stuff now, dealing with our money. I think they just trying to throw money our way so we'll forget about, them passing certain laws.
It was the same thing 4
But how do
years
you
ago
feel?
when
Yeah.
he did the same thing with
Yeah.
the 4 to 5 stimulus check, and he just tried to
Man.
make us not realize what he was
What he was
doing,
doing,
what he was
yeah.
taking away, what rights he was taking away. My whole thing is I work and I get my money. Don't play with my livelihood. Don't play with my freestyle and everything else. I feel like it's just one of those, like you said, to keep us from not focusing what they're
Yeah.
doing in the background.
Look at the right while the left is doing something.
And I think the left is up to no good right now.
I just don't trust it. The thing is like, one slave master for another, the way I feel sometimes. You feel me? It's like, things don't work for our benefit. And it's like any president we get, I think we need to start holding them accountable for that. Like,
Yep.
because that's their job. It's supposed to work for our benefit. The world, everyone in America, not just one type of person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it bothers me now. Now on latest news on TikTok, I was watching and Candace Owens. Have you guys know who she is?
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
I like her.
She got a mouth.
And it be facts.
She
So
was
she
speaking.
spits facts.
She was
You know what I mean? It's like
it.
I can't be mad at Candace.
She makes
now.
people mad.
She makes them mad.
She makes people mad, boy. She know what to say.
Recently Candace was talking about, I won't mention it, but a president or something in France, and it's his dad mom, or it's supposed to be a woman who he's married to, but it's his dad, or it's a man or something, and she done exposed all of it. And I'm like, what? It's like, as a kid, you hear about stuff like this and we laugh because we think it's a joke. We don't know how serious it really is. And now,
Until you get older.
You're getting older and you're like, damn, Nancy Reagan did look like a dude. Like, I remember being a kid and they being like, Nancy Reagan's a dude, and everybody like, nah. Now I'm looking at pictures like,
Now we realize that
Adam's
surgeries
apple.
happen.
Right.
We know that
now
now.
that we know more about it, right?
Now that we know more about it, I think that it's okay. I honestly, truth be, I think it's a dangerous situation. I think that it's a lot that's going to happen over the next 4 years.
Yeah.
I think the United States is dumb as fuck for letting anybody to be president.
Man.
Free
land,
I
do
feel
your
like
thing.
it's just a lot. Like,
Yeah.
And I've always told you when it come down to it, D. Rich, like a lot of the stuff happen, like, and people like the U.S. go fuck with somebody, and then they go send our troops out there to fight for something that don't nobody know what the fuck is going on.
Nothing to do with nothing.
Why they're fucking with this one, but it's really some shit going on over here and everything else. I just think that just sit down. Like, that's why I hate
When are we
politics.
gonna
That's
be
why I
at
hate all.
peace? Yeah, like what's it gonna take for everybody to just live?
Just be peace.
But I really think in a way it's not our realm. Like it's not us. That's why we don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's actually, like you said, the higher ups are fighting against each other. We just get the backlash.
Yeah.
Where the prices of food going up and stuff like that.
Eggs and shit, fucking $6
we
for
get
12.
that, and the gas and dumb stuff. You feel
Yeah.
me? But yeah.
Or even stuff like, I guess sometimes when it comes down to a lot of stuff changing, like, I get that there's a lot of people who take, for granted the low income, whatever the fact may be, but there's also families that actually need it or
Yeah.
rely on it. So
Yeah.
when it comes down to snatching it from everybody, it's just like,
They're gonna have to figure out a better way to do it.
yes,
Yeah.
because there are parents that,
Yeah.
who needs it because
Yeah.
of the fact they are single parents, but
And
they're
they just
working
don't
their
make
ass
enough.
off. They
Yeah.
just don't make enough.
Yeah.
And then when it comes down to it, California, they're high rent right now. It's like New York.
New York, yeah.
It's a studio for fucking
too much.
$13, $14, $1,500, and then you expect parents who have 2-3 kids to try to do that while working everything else, while making sure that they're taken care of. It's just like, allow the
It's
can we
impossible.
breathe?
Yeah.
I feel like we need to move because a
just
lot of
gonna-
these other countries is paying people to come live over
Right.
there and everything else. Like, you get paid monthly on some. Like, it's just,
shoot, call us. We
boy,
ready.
look, we are ready. Like, let it
Okay.
be known.
Well, what's another current event? Oh, Jaguar Wright. You guys hear about her? Okay, so Jaguar Wright just got an award for being something. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not even gonna say it, but she got an award. Now, basically, what I got from it was she got the award for telling You know, she's the one who been telling on Diddy, Jay-Z, all the parties, all the freak offs. She's been saying names and she don't say alleged. She's been on Vlad. She's been on all the social media
I think
sites.
I know who you're talking about.
And she tells,
Yeah, I
you
know
know,
you-
I know
I'll be
who you're
sending you
talking
the
about.
videos for years.
Yeah.
Like, but she just got an award from your president for being that humanitarian and basically giving herself to basically get traffickers and all that, you know. According to her, Diddy and them do some other stuff too, you know, dealing with the children and, you know, sex trafficking. And so anyway, look her up when you get a chance.
Allegedly, Diddy might come home because supposedly come this upcoming trial, motherfuckers are ducking and dodging and leaving the country and not want to. Boy, let me tell you something.
His lawyer just quit.
But I'm telling you, like, and this shit is just fun. I like to stroll up and just laugh because it's just like, y'all
The
know for
lawyer quit.
years what shit has been going on.
Yeah,
Why
you play
wait?
too much.
Like y'all did with Bill Cosby, you wait till this motherfucker was 80 years old to put this
Yeah.
motherfucker in jail.
And everybody
you know
knew.
what R.
The
Kelly was
allegations
doing. You
been
want to wait for,
happening,
like,
yeah.
come on, like, do it when it's happening. Don't
But
wait.
that's how you know that it's an agenda. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they know everything.
Yep.
They've been watching this man for years.
Somebody pissed somebody off.
It's like, yeah, it's like, so now all of a sudden, like,
Execute buddy. He's
right. You don't want to do what? Oh, you don't get on your knees no more. Or see, I don't release this tape. Meek Mill. See, I don't release this tape. Are you booty her? No, all right.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Boy, this shit has
Well,
been fucking hilarious.
I have to say, I can't wait till them tapes get
I can't either.
You know what? I just got a feeling we gonna see some people we know doing some
And
crazy
not going to look
shit.
at them the same
Man,
fucking way.
I already think they all.
Like I
gay
kind of
anyway.
want to wait for the tapes, and I kind of want to see those tapes at the same time.
Boy, look,
see, man.
I'm not gonna. One of the tapes that do sound like
Oh,
Nick Me
God.
was
Meek?
really taking it in the
Aw,
ass. but
Meek, if that was
Honestly,
Meek,
that-
man.
if it was really him, it's
Well,
okay to come out the closet.
One of the
y'all.
victims said that basically, I mean, the lawyer said basically everything they saw was always a victim. Like they weren't, if it was somebody on the tape, they were under so many drugs.
See?
You could tell that they were being taken advantage of. It says,
Mm.
they said every time you see it, you know, they're on there, but they're victims.
And that's the thing
Yeah.
too, like that right there, like when it come down to drugging somebody have to take their booty, then no, you don't get no respect. But if they're giving it up,
Man.
boy,
I mean, you can ask, there's plenty of men out there who want to give it up.
Jason Lee, Bobby Light.
But that's not the thrill, you know?
That's not.
That's not the thrill, you know. And the craziest thing is, it's like, what you willing to do for the deal, you know?
What-
Like I ask
if it's
every
a deal.
rapper, what you willing to do for the deal, my friend? Because your knees is nice, huh? You
I'm
got
telling
thick jaws.
None of that. None of that.
And don't be too cute. What? They gonna take your man.
Shit. Look, you already know when it comes
Yeah,
down
that
to
shit
us,
crazy.
coast to coast, we already come with the most, the messy, the good, the ugly, and bad. But you already know you here with your girl Snacks and stay tuned with your boy.
D homie Rich.
And
Yeah.
always a pleasure with your girl.
Teesie.
Make sure y'all catch us, okay? Coast to Coast Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. Get
I
with
love
us.
it.
Hi.
All of it. OnlyFans, all of it.
Look, Spider-Man, you already know, different socks
Shout
every
out
goddamn
to-
time.
shout
Look,
out to Snacks
Spider-Man,
Socks today, y'all.
Spider-Man,
Shout out.
baby Spider-Man. I had this old man in the dispensary said, your socks are really nice. Man, I wish I would have wrote the marks. I'd be fucking rich. I was like, I heard that. We out this bitch, y'all.
Yeah, yeah.